Alright, this is John Cole with okraw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and where I'm at today is I'm actually at the airport, as you guys can see, and I'm waiting for my flight. And the next time you'll see me, I'm actually going to be showing up in this video in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And this is an episode on where do you get food in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico if you're into a plant-based vegan raw diet. And you know, many times before I leave to a place, I'd get online and do a lot of research, try to look for health food stores, farmers markets, and connect with other people in raw foods in that area and find out where the best place to shop, where the best place to eat, and all this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not able to find that much information on Puerto Vallarta. The one person I know that's a raw foodist that went there, I sent her a message and she said, "Oh, I'll get back to you," and then she never got back to me. So I'm gonna go on my own and try to figure out where to buy food, and in this episode I'm going to share with you guys so that you guys don't have to go through all the trials and tribulations that I will have to figure out where are the best places to get organic raw food in Puerto Vallarta. So next time I show up, I will actually be in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Adios! So now we're in Old Town Puerto Vallarta. It's a nice, beautiful day here. The rest of the country is probably like really cold, and it's like 80 degrees here, really nice. So today we're at the farmers market, Old Town Farmers Market, and it's in the romantic zone here. And after walking around, which we'll show you guys in a little bit, basically it's like 90% like non-food or non-fruits and vegetables. So I'll show you just like the 3 or 4 booths that does have some fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. This doesn't look like it's gonna be a major source of food here, but definitely fun to check out and look at while you're in town. So now we're inside the farmers market. We got some nice music playing here, and pretty much like a lot of like non-food items, and a lot of processed foods. Not too many fruits and vegetables. Here's one of the booths that has some vegetables here grown locally. And probably what I'm going to do today is actually probably going to get some of the next door, the Small World probiotics. So this is a fermented food, so I like to have some fermented foods each and every day, especially important, when you're traveling and you may have other foods and get like stomach upset. I think probiotic could help a lot, and besides just like real food probiotics, cultured fruits and vegetables, I like to have some probiotic supplements on hand just in case, especially when traveling. So I've decided to get some of the probiotics cultures here at the Small World Probiotics. And you guys can see they got like things like dill pickles, wasabi pickles, Amish mustard pickles, cholero, sauerkraut, super sauerkraut, and kimchi. And we got here late. It's about closing time now, so they're like sold out, so get here early. And they also have kvass and like kombucha and stuff. And it's pretty inexpensive actually comparatively to US rates, especially with the good exchange rate right now. So the one I like the most actually is right here. This is called the cholero, and it's a Costa Rican cultured salsa. And it basically, as you guys can see, it's got like carrots and some jicama and peppers. It's really good. What I'm gonna do with this stuff is actually I'm gonna buy some like stuff for salad, like cucumbers, maybe some tomatoes, like mix this all up with some avocado, and that's gonna be like a nice evening meal for me. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get some produce. That's why I came to the farmer's market, and this is probably like the largest farmer's market stand. At one of the other stands, actually, I got some turmeric, like a big bag of turmeric for like 20 pesos, which is like maybe $1.25. Super cheap here, the produce. But we're here at Palermo Hortalizas, and I fully asked them all the questions. They say they're organic, they grow naturally, it's all underneath the sun, they don't use any, sprays and all this stuff. And what they got is a lot of different greens, and a good sign that it's organic is actually if you look at it, if it's got bug holes, good chance it's organic, so that's always a good sign. If everything looks too perfect, then it's probably too good to be true, so I kind of like that. And they got really good prices here. We're getting some of these avocados. They're basically 3 small ones for 20 pesos. They got fennel and radishes, and I'm getting a whole bunch of cucumbers here. 1 bag, really inexpensive. But the thing I like the most, besides the greens, they got arugula, which you guys should be including some arugula in your diet every day. I don't really want to deal with washing greens and potential contamination here, so I'm not really buying a lot of greens, but I'm getting a lot of cucumbers. And we're getting these guys. What are these guys, you ask? What is this, lemongrass? No, this is a little baby corn. So, you know, when you went to like Chinese restaurants maybe, when you were a kid, maybe you've seen that like corn in a can when it's like super small little baby ears. And this is special variety corn, non-GMO, I did ask them, that's grown specifically for the little baby ears. Look at this, isn't this so cute? And so this is not a lot of food, but this is special variety corn. It's just not regular corn that's grown for the small ones. Special baby variety. Super soft, super tender. This is gonna be amazing to like mix up in a salad with like avocado and some of the fermented vegetables. And I'm not just, you know, they're like 4 for 10 pesos. I'm getting like 40, which is 100 pesos. Not a lot of money. But these guys are delicious, and you know, if you're a raw foodist, you need to eat a large quantity of low-calorie foods, such as this baby corn. That's so good. All right, next thing we found, just 2 streets over, fresh coconuts. They open them for you. They got them already here. 18 pesos, so that's a little bit more than $1. Definitely good on a hot day. We'll be getting these cracked open in a minute, and I'll be eating the meat out from the inside. It's definitely delicious. All right, so now I'm outside, actually the place where we got the coconuts, just a couple doors down. We're on Cerdan Street, and then I came to this place, Don Fresco Fresh Produce. I looked this up online. They have a nice little website, and they have a nice little store inside there. And yes, it absolutely has fresh produce and a lot of stuff. A lot of it looks actually imported, and it's actually quite spendy. They had a few organic items, but I'm probably not gonna be buying anything in there today. You know, I'd much rather support the local farmers at the farmers market that we were at a little bit earlier here today on Saturday. And I want to encourage you guys when you travel, you know, support local farmers instead of just, you know, companies reselling stuff. Because you're also going to get fresher stuff. Like the stuff I bought, like that corn, is picked yesterday. And that's one of the questions you want to ask. When was this stuff harvested that you're buying? So yeah, for the freshest stuff, shop your local farmers markets wherever you travel. All right, going to share with you guys some other food that I'm eating while I'm here in Puerto Vallarta. Here's the beautiful beach. We're right outside. And where I'm at today is actually at the free breakfast the hotel is providing. So aside from, you know, making your own toast and breakfast rolls and croissants and sausages, hash browns, and eggs, they got fresh fruit. Today they have oranges, watermelon, papaya, and honeydews. They often have pineapples. So that's what I've been eating mostly. They also have yogurt, and cheeses, and meats, and granola, and check it out, fresh fruit. So this fresh fruit platter is here all the time. They also have apples and bananas available. Moving over, of course, they have cereal, and they also have milk and juices. So here's the orange juice, and this is the one I normally get. This is the green juice. So I inquired about it, and actually they do blended orange, pineapple, spinach, Nepalese cactus pads, and other greens potentially in the juice, and that's what I've been getting for breakfast pretty much every day, just like 6-7 glasses. Okay, so now we found some more food. Went to a grocery store. It's actually called the Mega, and it's a grocery store plus clothes and tires and all kinds of stuff. What we got here are some bananas. It's like the bananas were about $1 for 2 kilos, so that's about 50 cents a pound. And then I got for greens, I got some hydroponic lettuce. This is less than $2 for a nice big head of hydroponic lettuce that generally is, you know, they're grown inside a greenhouse. So that's what's for dinner tonight. All right, so we're here at the Fruteria, California. We just checked that out. Actually, they have some guavas, some soursop, and then the standard stuff, you know, bananas, papayas. Oh, they had some mangoes that actually look decent. But we want to really find some tropical fruits. So let's see if we could walk around this area and find any other cool stores that's selling some delicious tropical fruits for us to eat. So we found a guy selling the coconuts here, and that's really cool. We just had a couple earlier, and what we found is this over here. A whole bunch of mamey sapote. Check this stuff out. These are amazing. This is like a pumpkin pie fruit. Kind of tastes like pumpkin pie when they're ripe. So yeah, this is probably the most tropical thing we found this trip, and I think we're gonna get a couple. All right, so you guys just saw how we were so excited to buy a bunch of mamey sapote and I'm sitting here trying to enjoy the ones that we actually got, because as you guys saw, like the ones I showed you on camera were nice and deep, rich, like orange. The seller, the guy, also sampled us out, you know, one off a nice deep, rich orange mamey sapote. So then it kind of set in our mind, oh, that one's deep, rich orange. The samples he has, which he had multiple samples out, the one he sampled was deep, rich orange. So we kind of figured, oh, the ones we're going to buy are deep, rich orange, and they're all going to be good. And oh, they're soft, so they're going to be good. Unfortunately, this was not the case. So I think this was kind of like the classic bait and switch. And then furthermore, I saw a lady come up right before us who was a native Spanish speaker, and she got charged like 50 pesos for 3. And you know, when he quoted us the prices, and we don't really speak Spanish, he quoted us like a lot more money, like at least 3 times as much. And that wouldn't have been so bad if the fruit was good. But here's the problem. We bought the fruit, and the fruit on the inside is like this. This is mold. All the white stuff is mold, and if you just cut open this and you smell it, it smells like, oh God, it smells rank. It smells nasty. Fortunately, you know, maybe about 3 of the fruits we bought, we cut open, and you know, they weren't that dark, rich orange that I showed you or that we sampled earlier. They're actually at least edible, and we had to cut out some spots that have some mold. But they actually smelled more like mamey sapote, but they weren't what was really advertised to us. So I want to basically give you guys a heads up and warn you guys to be careful when you're buying fruit. In this situation, this particular guy ripped us off. Now, I'm not going to say everybody's out to rip you off, but you got to be careful. I mean, I've been ripped off in the States even. And I've gone, actually I just bought persimmons a couple weeks ago at a farmer's market, and the lady's like, oh, they're sweet, they're good. Bought 4 bags, and we had a couple, and then we actually had to take them back because they just were not good. They tasted like garbage. They didn't have any taste, actually. At least they weren't moldy, because that would have sucked. So we took them back. But in this situation, can't take them back. We'll never see the guy again. But let you guys know, I don't know if you could see him in the image or see a cart like his somewhere. Be very careful. You know, and here's what I recommend to you guys, right? If you're buying fruit and you don't know if it's going to be good or not, have the seller cut it open for you. Don't buy it unless they cut it in half so you can actually see that it's good and like the one that he's sampling out, because it's not always so. You know, I had maybe some kind of intuition about these fruits after he raised the price, and I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it, so I didn't really want to get them, but we got some anyways. But live and learn, right? And that's why I'm glad I could make this video to share with you guys. All you guys that are watching this won't make the same mistake and won't blow, I don't know, a lot of pesos on bad fruit. Whether you're in Mexico or even in the United States. Ways you could avoid this: sample the fruit first, and sample one that he's actually selling, not one that he has cut open for you guys. And take a random one and say, hey, I want to cut this open and see what they're like. And make sure. And yeah, you're not always going to get good fruit, and you know, I'm fine with getting a small percentage of bad fruit sometimes, but this was just mostly bad. So it just definitely was not a fun experience, because we were hoping to eat a good couple meals of mamey sapote, which unfortunately now we're not. Alright, so here's all the bad ones. Lauren's cutting open our last mamey sapote, and you can see the look on her face if she likes it or not. Oh, it's a good one.
No. No. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't even want to eat this. We're probably just going to throw it out. But it was a good learning experience, and yeah. That's about it.
Alright.
Okay.
So now I want to share with you guys some words of wisdom from my girlfriend, Lauren, who's actually a better mamey sapote picker than I am, because like it's one of her favorite fruits, and she's picked out a lot more than I ever have.
Hey there. Usually I don't buy the mamey sapote fruits when they're soft, but the reason we did that today was because we're leaving tomorrow and we wanted them to be ripe, and it seemed like they were gonna be good. So usually I just pick the hard ones, and then you know, they should be heavy, and then if you scrape off the top, if it's orange, it's probably gonna be good, and then just put it in a bag and it ripens for a few days, and then it's usually really good. So, and anytime I've ever gotten soft mames at the store, they've always been moldy, but this time I thought they were gonna be good, so, but they weren't.
So
Obviously.
why did you think they were going to be good, Lauren?
Because the guy was like, you know, he was doing, like, he was cutting into them, and he was kind of like, this is good, and he was like looking at it, but he wasn't really showing, like, I didn't really see it. He's like, oh, this is a good one, and like I got it, and like it just seemed like, you know, and I would ask him, I was like, is this a good one? And he was like, yes. I was like, okay. So that's, yeah, that's how that went.
Yep, we got scammed. The next stop where I'm gonna shop to get some produce, and hopefully they're gonna have some organic stuff, is actually Costco. So Costco is an American company, and they have you know, branches all over the United States, and then also all over the world. I've been to Costco's in like different countries, like in England I've been to, and all over. So I'm gonna check out Costco. Maybe they'll have some organic stuff and some decent produce here, because it actually has been a little bit challenging to find. All right, let's head inside. So now I'm inside Costco, and I'm gonna show you guys, actually, this is probably the best place I've found so far for organic and actually reasonably priced produce. So we're in the fruit and vegetable department, and they have like, you know, probably some of the ripest papayas I've seen. They got some fairly ripe pineapples and some bananas. The prices are just like pretty much on par with supermarkets, but actually inside the cooler, which I'll show you, they have a lot of good priced organic vegetables. So they have things like organic blackberries. It's 84.90 pesos or 85 pesos. They have organic raspberries, 129 pesos, which is actually quite a bit, because I think in the States it's like $5.99. And of course they have hothouse grown cucumbers, just like back in the States. A lot of the produce is very similar. Oh, check this out. They got organic pears, actually from the US. I think I'll eat those when I'm back in the States. And organic Nepal cactus. You guys should be eating Nepal cactus pads. Actually, maybe we'll get some. I don't know. We'll see. But they're really nutritious. Organic, 52.90 pesos. Organic mushrooms, 40 pesos. Actually, they don't even have this much organic stuff at the Las Vegas Costco, which is kind of insane. Moving along real quick here. We got hydroponic grown romaine, 62 pesos, 8 pieces. It's kind of a lot, so I'm going to get some other lettuce. They have organic baby carrots. These are about $5 back in the States. It's 100 pesos here. Standard bag, 5 pounds. Oh, they got the organic celery. Definitely going to get some of this stuff. It's 60 pesos. A bunch of organic celery. Definitely a good deal. Of course, they got the organic kale, 97 pesos. And then let's see what else. Well, we're going to get this one here. This Mr. Lucky Organic Italian Salad Mix. 35 pesos. That's pretty good. 2 pounds. That's a kilo. And then rounding out, a lot of few organic items or things that I'm going to get. We're going to get the hydroponic lettuce. This will last even if you don't have good refrigeration. It has the roots on it, so just put a little bit of water in there. They're still living. That's the best food. Living foods, not just raw. Of course, they got the standard spring mix you get in the States. I'm kind of wondering about the quality, so they often go bad pretty quick. 75 pesos. And organic spinach, once again, like the States, 75 pesos. Much like the States as well. So yeah, we're gonna probably get the most produce here at Costco, and Costco by far, best place to buy food if you come to Puerto Vallarta and you wanna, you know, eat organic and raw. All right, so we just got out of Costco, and I'll share with you guys what we got. We got a blender here to make smoothies and whatnot while we're here. And we got a bunch of organic produce, including the organic celery you guys saw earlier, organic Nepal pads, a whole bunch of greens, 2 pounds, pineapple, hydro lettuce. Got a whole bunch of papayas. They look the best out of any place we've been, and like it's been a real big problem to get like ripe papayas here. Like every morning at the hotel, we get free papayas, and they haven't been really good. And at the stores, like they're all green. At least these are pretty colored up. They could probably be a little bit softer. The sad thing is, for those of you guys that live in the US, like, the food is comparable in price between here and there in most cases. Sometimes a little bit less here, but the quality I've noticed is maybe not as good, so hopefully some of this stuff's gonna taste good. And then the last thing we got a treat here, after dinner treat. We got higos, and these are figs, organic dried figs, sun-dried, all organic. So yeah, looking forward to these for some nice snacks. Traveling on the go, if we're out on the day and we can't bring lots of fruit, we'll bring some figs, and make sure you're drinking some water. So you guys are probably wondering, you saw what all I bought, and now I want to share with you guys like how it all comes together so I can eat it, so I'm not just eating like plain lettuce, right? So dinner tonight is basically what we got over the last couple of days. Of course, we use the sauerkraut stuff we got. And then at the club lounge here, they got a fresh made guacamole and some pico de gallo and some jicama with starfruit and like chili seasoning. It was actually quite good. So we got some of that stuff and I mixed it with like the lettuce, some of the baby corn cut up, and some of the cactus, you know, pads. And so that's literally my little mini salad, and it's actually quite delicious. So yes, this is how I eat in Puerto Vallarta, and I want to encourage you guys to eat your fruits and vegetables no matter where you are in the world. The food quality has been, you know, not the best here, but I'm not getting sick from the food here. Like my mom was all worried, like, oh, you're gonna be all right eating the food there? I'm like, Mom, it's just fruits and vegetables, and like the organic produce that we bought, like the lettuce mix was pre-washed. So I'm totally cool with that. And yeah, we're enjoying the dinner. So this is pretty much the end of my trip. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the sun is setting in the background, and we're leaving Puerto Vallarta tomorrow. And you guys saw where I got fruit and vegetables this trip. And basically, to give you guys a summary, like the best place to get vegetables, organic, Costco by far. Their fruit, like we got a bunch of papayas. A couple were pretty good, better than ones we've gotten in other places, but they were not as good as the States. And of course, we did get scammed on those mamey sapotes, so be careful if you are buying tropical fruit from sellers, wherever you are in the world, especially if they're saying it's good and they give you samples. Make sure you get the sample of like the ones you're buying, not of just one that they have. Yeah, I mean, it's been a good trip. Stayed all raw here, no problem. Eating, you know, mostly fruits and vegetables, and for dinner every night, you know, we'd have like the vegetables, you know, salads and cucumbers and celery and the little baby corn dipped in like pico de gallo mixed with guacamole, which was actually quite good. So, oh, and then we ate at a raw food restaurant one night. So be sure to click that subscribe button right down below to be notified of my next episode, which will be a raw food restaurant review here in Puerto Vallarta. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, hey, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me I'll do more episodes when I travel around the world and share with you guys where I buy food. So in case you guys come here, you'll know where to get your food without going through the trials and tribulations and trying to figure everything out like I had to do. Also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below to be notified of my new and upcoming episodes. I have episodes coming out about every 5 to 7 days. And be sure, of course, to check out my past episodes. I have over 400 episodes now. Teach you guys all aspects of how to live raw food, fruit and vegetable diet, lifestyle on a daily basis, on tips you could actually use, like where to go shopping in Puerto Vallarta to get your fruits and vegetables, and how to get the best deals in Los Angeles on wholesale fruits and vegetables that you can't really find any cheaper than that. So yeah, anyways, over and out. I've had a fun time making this video, sharing with you guys this, and maybe I'll come back to Puerto Vallarta one day and watch my own video to refresh my memory. So once again, this is John Kohler with okraw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best. All right, this is John Kohler with okraw.com. To do another exciting episode for you. Where I am today is the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Terminal. This is like one of my favorite places to be in LA. I mean, we were at the beach yesterday, and I love the beach, but I personally think I love the produce